it
not
out.
good technologically. I am not good technologically. So those things just kind of sit there.
They're
Like
just
the
chilling.
website that I paid for that I haven't even made, but
Yeah.
I paid for it and it's mine and it's just sitting there not made because I don't know how to do it. So
let's
is
fix
it a
that.
waste of money? Maybe. Most likely.
I mean, maybe.
Probably. But I'm guessing maybe within the next 11 or 10 months. I don't know how much longer I have now on this website that I paid, web address and all that. Maybe at some point I will learn how to do those things. It's highly unlikely, but
You're going to do it.
I don't really discard possibilities just because I don't feel like I'm capable. Maybe some beautiful person's going to come into my life and be like, Misty,
let me do this for you.
Let me make your website for you because you're a good person and you deserve a leg up. That's what I'm hoping will happen at some point.
Me too.
But
let's manifest that.
Let's manifest it. Hi, Aldo. Hi, Brianne. Hi, Donna. How's everybody? We are streaming on Facebook.
Hello, everyone.
Today we have to finish up a couple of readings, but we are open to doing more. Ryan builds websites. Well, Ryan, I have a website that is completely just has a name.
Ryan's the Capricorn, right?
Ryan's the Capricorn. See? And
so
I don't
useful. So useful.
Useful. We are normally. And if you want to build a restaurant, I'm your girl. I know how to do that. I can open a restaurant in less than a week from nothing. But because that's what I did with my life before I started doing this. I was in the restaurant business. But honestly, the websites are not my thing. They're not. I am completely all thumbs when it comes to things like that. Hi, Jill.
Hello, Jill.
I always liked that name.
Me too.
I think Jill is just a really solid, lovely person name.
I don't know very many Jills that are Karens.
Right. I also like Jillian.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that one. Mm-hmm. I am. So it's okay, Brianna. My goodness. Donna, I'm good. We're good, Donna.
Cheers, Donna.
Donna, I also have coffee. It says you're freaking me out.
I had to get closer to the screen to read your shirt. Love it.
Oh, you like my shirt?
Yep. I was like, what does that say? I just wanted to look at your boobs. That was what I was doing.
Bossy and boss.
Don't turn this into a thirst trap, Misty.
It's not a thirst trap. I don't care. It's just, I don't know what the big deal is about boobs. Just I'm a woman and I don't know what the big deal is about boobs. Because it's just skin and it's squishy.
Fat.
It's just fat. Like, I don't know why men are so like, oh my God, boobs. I've never understood it. I really haven't. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. And I've never.
I mean, I like boobs.
I mean,
they're just boobs though. Like
boobs.
If someone just showed me their boobs, I would be like, nice boobs.
Oh, Jill's name is Jill Ann. Well, her mom didn't make it Jillian. She made it Jill Ann.
Oh, that's interesting.
Coffee is always good. And my daughter, Emma, offered to make coffee for me. Note to self, she makes coffee like Travis used to. It is actively putting hair on my chest. And I can feel it growing. It is so strong.
Well, who do we have first? Because which one of them said that they wanted you to do their reading?
Okay. Diane wanted to do a private reading.
Yes. Okay. Diane. so we have Angela and Rachel.
Because you have them. Yes, and he also says For some guys, boobs remind them of a better time in their life. Yeah, when their mouth was attached to, independent to one, probably. Hi, Angela. Thank you for popping. You're the first reading today. It could be a theory. It could be. You're right. And then right after Angela, hi, Rachel. I thought you had to work until 4. Are you in a different time zone? Either way, we have those two lovely ladies, and then Brianne just paid for a reading as well.
Brianne.
Yes. And that's who we've got right now.
Perfect.
I'm just going to pop over to the pal who pays.
The pal who pays. And
I'm going to see if anybody else snuck in without me knowing. Hey, share out, everybody. Be nice. You can, that's from the boss.
The boss says.
The boss says
share out, share out, share out.
Everybody, everywhere. Oh, it's 4 o'clock at your house. Okay. Yeah, well, we're in different time zones then, because it's only 3 here.
And it's 2:21 here.
Oh, so it's 3:21 here, which is weird.
Interesting.
3:21. Hi, Glenna. Gabriel, your husband just passed on 2-4. Okay, please don't tell us anything else, except you want to speak to your husband, I'm assuming. So if that's the case, then we'll just, let me turn this music down. I was just trying to get a good vibe before we started, because I'm cold and I'm very unhappy about that. I don't like being cold. Ryan, I have a TikTok.
Oh my God. Walmart Watson.
You are such a bitch. I have a TikTok that I have not used yet because I don't know what kind of content I want to put on it. And I've had it for 30 days today, which means I can change the stupid name that they gave me of Walmart Watson, which I don't understand why they get to pick names for you.
TikTok, out of all of the names, decided that Missy should have an account called Walmart Watson. And
Watson.
It is the funniest thing ever to me.
Not really.
It's so
I mean, it is, but it's not.
Walmart Watson. Look her up on TikTok. I have a TikTok, and I post all different kinds of content. All kinds of content. Go follow me. It's just Ash Klaprick.
Stacy, how much for a reading for Brian? Hi, Stacy. It's $20 for readings. There's 4 different ways to pay in the description box of the video. Okay. We're going to do Angela. She wants to speak to her husband.
Okay,
and
Angela.
My book's upside down. Oh, fuck. Anyways, I'm freezing. Scary paranormal content. See, I don't go looking for that stuff. I feel like the things that you allow into your reality create your reality, and I would rather have a reality that doesn't consist of things that are going to scare myself or my daughter, especially my daughter. And anything that's in my reality is in my daughter's reality. So I don't really get into that stuff. People are like, oh, you go to haunted houses. No, I don't go looking for spirits. Do you, Ash?
No, I don't like it.
No, we have enough interactions with them already.
I was just going to say, I was like, because we can see like through the veil, we know what is out there. Like, I am well aware of what is out there.
I'm completely aware.
Yes. Like, I can see the evil. I know that it's real. And I just feel like for some people, they're finding entertainment in that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't do the Ouija board shit. I don't want it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't allow my reality to be manipulated by those things. And once you allow, it's really about allowing. Once you allow things into your reality, is when you are allowing those things to kind of manipulate your life, or just, I don't know, it just allows for all kinds of crap that I don't.
It's not my vibe.
Not my thing, but by all means, Ryan's on TikTok. That's great. And his TikTok is into the bazaar on TikTok. Hey, if you want to follow Ash, hers is Ash
I'm
at
typing
Ash
it right now.
Clapford. And mine's Walmart Watson until I change it later today.
This is so funny.
It's the worst. I haven't even made a single video. That's Ryan's. This is Ash's. And mine.
Anyone who follows me, I'll follow back.
I'm Walmart _Watson. I don't know why. I don't know why they gave me that name. I don't want it. I'm gonna change it, obviously. But they make you wait 30 days, so I haven't even used my TikTok. What kind of content should I? Never mind. We'll talk about that later. So ADHD? Not really.
Yep.
I've got spiritual ADHD. You have written down stuff for Angela, so why don't you start while I get some things going?
So Angela, the first thing that your husband's very emotional right now. You said that you lost him in February. Is that what you said? He's very emotional. I feel like that it's that lingering feeling of like sadness or of like what he's missing out on. He's recognizing that he's going to be missing out on a lot. And then he's saying something about you carrying around a lot of emotional baggage. I don't know if this is with dealing with the loss of him or his absence in your life, or if this is caused by families, coworkers, friends, something. He's saying you're carrying around a lot of emotional baggage. Like he's showing me that you're carrying the tension of this emotional baggage in your shoulders and in your neck. You don't have to carry all of that, is what he's saying. You don't have to carry all of that. You can put it down. You can walk away from it. I think you need to find a way to process grieving or sorrow in a healthy, constructive way. Like stuffing it down and telling everybody that you're okay is not going to work for you long term. So finding a constructive way to process the grief and the loss, the absence, all of that stuff, we need to be finding avenues for that, whether that be going to the gym, going for walks, spending time with people who love you. I have goosebumps. I feel like it's like you might be in a mindset right now where you're just kind of going through the motions of life, where you're just like, I'm fine, and you're doing things because you're out of obligation, but you're not really present. And it might be because you don't want people to see that on the inside you're falling apart a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay for you to have random moments where you cry, and it's okay to let people see that. He's just worried. He's worried about you. He's worried that you're stuffing things down because you want to be a strong woman. And that needs to be released because it's going to start causing like health problems for you. I don't know if you have insomnia. He's saying something about you not sleeping very well. Like I'm seeing you tossing and turning. Like you might sleep, but like the constant waking up, there's sleep disruption. Like you probably don't ever really feel rested. He's also saying something about your hands. Do you have like arthritis or joint pain in your hands? Like he's showing me something about your rings not fitting correctly.
Swelling.
Yes, and I feel like it's specifically like your wedding band is getting too tight or something. He's saying it's okay for you to take it off. I don't sleep well at all. Yeah. Like he's showing me that it's okay for you to take your wedding band off.
If you could put it on a chain.
Yes, like until you get your water intake leveled out and whatever inflammation you have going on in your hands. He doesn't want you to feel guilty for taking the ring off if you need to.
I feel like it's more than I don't think it's guilt per se that is the issue. I feel like she feels like she would be disloyal.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I mean. Like,
yeah, so
like there's
it's too tight. Yes. And I feel like it's important because you need to have blood flow in your hands. You don't want to lose your finger because you're wearing something that's too tight. Okay? And so take it off, put it on a chain. You can wear it around your neck. You still have it on. You know, it's not going to be, you know, anything like that. Hi, Sarah Jane. Okay. Are you all done? Or did I just interrupt? You
nope,
are?
you're good.
Okay. When I was connecting, Angela, when I was connecting to your husband, as you could tell, I was coughing a lot. Was your husband a smoker? Just curious because I was getting some pain in my liver. This could represent being a drinker or having diabetes. Those are the signs that I get for that. I also, he gave me some coughing issues. He's got something with a headache here. It made me wonder if maybe he was, Stacy, we're not talking. This is a reading for Angela. This is for Angela. So he's making me feel like perhaps he was sick before he passed. I'm not really sure how he passed, but to me, it just felt like he might have been sick. He also said that he was a little overweight around the middle. Does that make sense to you? He gave me several months. February, of course, was the month that he died, but he also gave me August and October is very prevalent. He passed from liver disease. Thank you. He also gave me, was he a smoker? You said yes. And I wasn't sure if it was just from the liver disease or if it was from the smoking as well, because I was coughing a lot and I felt like perhaps it was just a combination of those things. And I know with liver disease, it's really hard for them to have medications and things like that. So I know that he probably had a very difficult time towards the end there. Okay. Anywho, August and October. Do you understand why he mentioned those months to me, Angela? I don't know if they were birthdays or if there's an anniversary and a birthday or what this is, but he's making me feel like, yes, he smoked. Okay. He's making me feel like those were important months either to you or to him or to both of you. He also mentioned a stuffed animal to me that was given as a gift. I feel like this would be something cheesy, like something that came out of a crane or something that was won at like a carnival, something like this that's just, it's not expensive. It just has personal, like a memento. Okay. It has an emotional connection for you.
Sentimental value.
August is your daughter's birthday. And do you understand that October? You met in October. Okay. Thank you. He did say that these were important months for you. He's also talking about something in September. He's also showing me like 9/11 for some reason. I don't know why, but was he either like a service person, a fireman, or something like this? Because I don't know why else he would be showing me 9/11 unless it's significant for both of you. Thank you, Diane. It might also be like a time period, maybe when he was diagnosed with the illness, something like this. I just know that he's showing me 9/11, like the buildings and the smoke and stuff. And he's just making me feel like there's some kind of connection here, or he just keeps showing that to me. I don't know why he's showing me like the plane going into the building. I really don't know. Unless it's some kind of like I said, if he was in some kind of service, as he was like an EMT, fireman, military person. I don't really know. The only other thing I can figure with that is that was in 2001, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2002.
Can't forget, that's un-American.
I feel like I was a sophomore.
I feel like it was 2001. I don't know why. Yeah. So anyways, that's what he was giving me. I'm not really sure, other than the stuffed animal, what it is that he wants to tell you. I miss you. He's making me feel like his passing was extremely hard on you. He's making me feel like just the process of seeing him go downhill was so freaking hard on you. He's talking about being your rock. He said that it's really hard. It was really hard for you to see your rock crumble, is what he said. That might be the reference to 9/11 that I was seeing because of just the really big tower falling, which would be interesting because that's never been a reference before. He's also talking about a ball cap. Okay. I don't know if he wore ball caps. I don't know why he's showing me the Dallas Cowboys in particular, but that just means like a football team or something. It could be specifically the Dallas Cowboys, or it could just be in reference to like an NFL team. Do you have 2 children with him? You have such heartache. I understand. I truly do understand. Do you have 2 children with him? He's mentioning 2. He's a Broncos fan to the max. Okay, so there's a football team reference. Thank you. And do you understand the 2 that he's telling me? He's talking about 2 children. Okay, does he have another child without you that he might have had before you met? Hi, Jamie. Come on in.
Come on in, the water's fine.
Come on in. Hi, friends. I don't know what this reference is for 2, but it could also... He just keeps saying 2 children to me. I don't know why. He has another 4. Okay. Then it might be 2 marriages. I don't know. It's 2 and a reference to children, 2 baby mamas. I don't really know, but that's what he was giving me. I hope the messages that we gave you today helped you realize that your husband, it might be physically gone, but he's still here. He is still present in the spirit world, and he's there for you. He knows what you're going through. He can feel your heartache, and he wants you to know that he wishes that you would allow yourself to heal, even if it's at the slowest possible rate. He said that you're dwelling so much on all the things he's not there for. He wants you to think about the things that you can do on your own, and like Ash said, go make friends, distract yourself from it, because it feels like you just can't get your mind off of it, and you're allowing all of your thoughts to kind of just swirl around this loss.
And when you're hanging out with friends, I feel like there's like a worry that you'll hit that wall. You know, the wall that I'm talking about emotionally, where you're vibing and you're having a good time, and then all of a sudden grief hits you. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so embarrassed if I start crying in a public place. It's okay. Your friends are there for you. Like, lean on them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't be afraid to hit the wall. Like, don't let that keep you from going out with your friends, because you're worried that you'll hit that like emotional wall, or you'll feel really vulnerable, because that's how you connect with people, is
So
just
she wants to know, what signs do I look for that her husband is around? So there's many, many different ways that spirit connects to us and lets us know that they're there. You know, if you just suddenly get the cold chills out of nowhere, there's spirit around you. If you see something that reminds you of your husband, that's your husband trying to let you know that he's there. If you hear something, if you see birds, feathers,
the random songs that come
angels,
on that you're like, oh my gosh,
things that
this
he
sucks.
liked, you know, electronics acting weird or lights flickering. These are all just different ways that spirit tries to communicate with us. Okay. Coming into your dreams is also another way for you to know that they are around. Okay.
Sending you love, Angela. Lots of
Good luck
love.
to you. Many blessings to you. I hope you allow yourself to heal. Okay. Now we're going to do Miss Rachel. Diane, do you have time? I'm not sure because we have already 5 on the list and I haven't checked anywhere else to see if there's anywhere else that we have gotten paid on. So I'm not sure how long we're good for. So we'll have to see, Diane. If not, I'm available later on for a private reading. Okay. Rachel. You're welcome, Angela. Welcome, Angelita. Sit back, have a good time.
Welcome, welcome.
I have an older man here for you, Rachel. This is like a grandfather. He's showing me like coughing. He looks rather frail. So this is just a much older man. And he's also, he's kind of dark skinned, honestly. I'm not sure if this is like Spanish or European. I don't really know. Or if he's just tan. But he's a little bit darker skinned to me. He looks frail. He's giving me like the 20s, and it feels I would say grandfather more than uncle, okay, because this man seems extremely ancient to me. He's giving me like 1922. That just means, to me, it just means like he was excessively old, or it could actually be the year that he was born, which would make him 100 if he were still alive today. I don't think he lived close to that, so this feels like several years back. So he's also showing me, you know how like some people like have one drink a day or something like that. This he's showing me a glass with a drink in it. It doesn't look like a big glass. It just looks like, like maybe having like a hot toddy or something like this. This is what he's showing me. Just one drink. Not really. He's not a big drinker, but it just seems like a routine thing for him. I don't know why he's showing me. Yeah, like I said, it could just represent somebody who was very old, like lived a very long life and was old when they passed away. He's also showing me brushing his teeth. And I don't know, did he have some teeth missing? I'm getting the impression that he had some teeth missing. I don't know why. My nose is so itchy for it.
Mine was earlier today.
Oh, man. He's also showing me like a chessboard, and I'm also getting pain in my liver for him as well. So I'm not sure if it's just, it just seems to me like the older generations just did not drink enough water. I don't think they drank any water. They were never told to drink water. It wasn't something they did. That's the generation of coffee and soda, coffee, soda, and alcohol. It just, I'm getting a lot of pain there. Unless you have another person that's passed from something liver related. False teeth. Okay, thank you. I'm just feeling like he doesn't have teeth for some reason. I don't know why he's showing me a toothbrush. He's also showing me a little yellow canary. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of Tweety Bird singing like a canary. Do you sing, Rachel? What you got, friend?
Okay, Rachel, do you happen to, or someone who's passed on for you, like dye or color objects? I was seeing like coloring rocks, jewelry, jewelry shirts. This could be tie dyeing. There's something he's showing. This person's showing me, like having multicolored hands from dyeing. I guess it could be like hair dye if someone's a hairstylist. But they're showing me like having color on their hands from dyeing something. I am in sync to self. Yeah, I'm not sure how that
that was my comment about humming, singing.
Yeah, so dyeing rocks, clothes. I don't know how that's relevant for you, Miss Rachel. But anyway, they're showing me that. And then they're also grinding, like I feel the need to grind my teeth, which could be your grandfather, like Missy said, the teeth situation. It kind of feels like when you grit your teeth together to kind of push dentures back in, you know, like when they go like this. Not sure, my aunt colored her hair often. Okay, it might just be a reference to that. It's just like getting having stained fingers. But then he's like when people clench their jaws to push their dentures back up when they slide down. I'm seeing that. And then okay, yep. He's mentioning that was really annoying. He didn't like doing that. Like he recognized that it made like a sound when he did that. But he's also mentioning, do you guys have some type of like special tradition involving the turkey at Thanksgiving? Like you do something different with the turkey. He's mentioning doing something different with the turkey, like saving a part of it or um seasoning it differently. There's just something which of course for me sounds just like the most random thing, but he mentioned something about um a special tradition around like Thanksgiving. Like maybe the turkeys have wishbones?
Yes.
Okay, like is it something with the wishbone? There's just something significant about like what happens with the turkey. Um and then he mentioned it started last year to deep fry. We've always saved the wishbone. Okay. I just felt like there was something that is being acknowledged about like a tradition, like that you guys do. Deep frying the turkey sounds so good.
I know. I've always wanted to try it.
I know. I'm like, that sounds so good. It sounds messy, but super good.
Hello, Julie, if you would like a reading, these are $20 readings today, and you get messages from Ash and I. There's 4 different ways to pay in the description box of the video.
Also,
we have 3 people on the list right now, Teresa. Go ahead.
Okay. So another thing that he's mentioning, I don't know if he ever went to jail or if someone significant in your life is currently in jail, but he's mentioning someone being in jail, and he called it the slammer. Someone got thrown in the slammer. Maybe you've been to jail, I don't know, but he's just mentioning something about getting tossed in the slammer. Also wants you to know that you are no damsel in distress. So I don't know if you're kind of going through a rough spot right now, Rachel, but he's like acknowledging that you're tough. Like you're going to be okay. You're going to get through whatever you're going through. You're not a damsel in distress. You're not a victim. So we don't need to play that we are one. Like put your crown back on kind of thing. My ex did. Okay. I kind of got the feeling that it was like an ex, a boyfriend, or like a baby daddy. That's the kind of energy I got. But the way he mentioned it was like they deserve to go, like toss him in the slammer, deserve to go type of thing. But anyway, yes, he wants you to know that you're not a victim, that this is gonna pass. So you just have to keep your head up and remember that you can handle whatever life throws at you because you're not a damsel waiting for someone to save them. You can save yourself.
Hope those messages resonated with you, Rachel. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you for your patience and coming back when we
Yes.
started yesterday and we ran out of steam.
Yes.
I appreciate you. We got Miss Brianne Hansen up next. You're welcome.
Thank you, Rachel. Okay, Brianne.
Okay, Teresa. You're welcome. You're working, but you're here. Okay, Brianne. Jesus. So I have two ladies coming in for you. I have a much older lady, which would be like a grandmother. I also have a lady that's, I wouldn't say the same age as you, but she's definitely around a contemporary of yours. Okay, so this could be a cousin, it could be a friend, it could be just somebody that you knew or somebody you went to school with that passed away, but it is also a female. Hi, Sheldon. Hi, Jasmine. This grandmother is showing me a big circle. She's talking about starting over again. And she's also given me the letter A. I don't know who this is about. I don't know if this is her initial or somebody else's. It's for somebody's name though. Your cousin Hope, absolutely, absolutely. This is a lady that is like this, like near your age. Okay. When she's showing me this circle, it almost feels like it's has to do with some kind of a craft. You know how like when they have the loop and then they put the material and it's like needlepoint or something.
Oh yeah, like the wooden guide
loop thing. Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. And it almost feels like, do you have something like this? I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy with her, but it's like, this is what she's showing me. She's showing me the loop with the material, and then she's showing me like an A. So I don't know if she was into those kinds of things, if she liked to do needlepoint, monogramming. Yes, it's a sewing something or other to do with a needle and thread, or monogramming something, or doing some kind of a needlepoint. Okay. Yes, me and my mom would do it with her before she passed. Okay. That's what she's showing me. What's up, friend?
I was gonna say she was showing me something about her kitchen smelling like pepper, and that made me think that's why your nose is itchy.
Oh my God, it does. It just feels like it's just so.
You know, like when like elderly women, their kitchens always smelled like pepper or like herbs. She's saying something about that, and then right when she said that to me, I was like, oh, I bet that's why Misty's nose is itchy.
Yeah, and it just feels like I've been rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it forever, and it's just runny and itchy, and I feel like I'm going to sneeze, so that makes a lot of sense. Normally, when I get spirit itches, it's like on the exterior of my nose for some reason, but this is just like, anyway.
Like makes you want to sneeze.
Yes.
But yeah, anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just like
No, you're fine. you over pour your pepper on your food. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, there was a reference about smelling pepper, and then
She's
obviously
also
Misty.
she's also talking about the lemonade. Do you understand this? I'm just feeling like some overly sweet lemonade right now, is what I'm tasting. It's very, very sweet. So this to me would be like old school lemonade, things that have like cups and cups and cups of sugar. And it almost feels like lemonade that she, like fresh squeezed lemonade or something
Yep.
that she made. Okay. Making lemonade from scratch. And it's so sugary sweet. I can't even, you have to put ice in it. It's so like, it's making me a little grossed out, actually. Dog snoring.
The dog snoring.
She would make sweet lemonade in the summertime for all the. I'm telling you, it is so freaking sweet. I'm a little nauseous about it. I'm not gonna lie. And she's also talking about pot pies. Do you understand this? Did she make pot pies as well?
I love homemade pot pies.
I've never had one.
Oh, they're so good. Homemade though, not the frozen shit.
I mean, I had the little frozen ones when I was a kid, which is why I don't eat them, because those are disgusting. But I've literally never had a homemade pot pie.
Like where they even make like the crust from scratch. It's so good.
That sounds amazing, but I've never had that. Only for me, because I was obsessed with them. Okay, so you understand the pot pie reference. She's also talking about a chocolate meringue pie. Do you understand this? I don't know how people can make meringue. It takes forever. But
yes, it does.
This is what I'm seeing, like chocolate meringue or baked Alaska, something like this, some kind of chocolate meringue. That's what it's called, isn't it? Chocolate meringue pie is called baked Alaska.
Is it?
I mean, don't hear me lying. Go ahead. I'm going to look.
Okay. So Brianne, I don't know. Do you have somebody in your life right now that is considering or enlisting? Because
it's chocolate meringue pie.
Is it called baked Alaska?
Baked Alaska looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
But anyway, they're mentioning something about someone being in basic training. And there's a lot of like nervous energy around this. Like your loved ones are a little bit nervous about this. I don't know if it's like a cousin or a sibling or somebody that's thinking about enlisting or going to basic training.
That looks like a pukey face. Is that a pukey face?
Yeah, she didn't. So you don't like? You didn't.
Well, she made them. She definitely made them. It looks good. It looks like it's like fudge, and then it has ice cream, and then it has that stupid bake.
I would eat it.
I would totally eat it.
And smash the shit out of it.
I would just. Also, note to self: keto ice cream is disgusting.
Is it?
Yeah, it's horrible. It tastes like powdered product, and when you put it in your mouth, it literally just evaporates into nothing.
Well, it was worth a shot.
No, it was a complete waste of money. Just sharing keto ice cream. Sharing. Don't do it. Keto Cool Whip, however, is delicious. My 9-year-old son kept asking me questions about military school. He's been wanting to be like my grandpa and join the military when he's older. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, they're just nervous about this idea. I feel like it's just like maybe bad experiences with military. That's the issue, but it's like they're just mentioning something about basic training in the military, and it's like causing some nervous energy. They're also mentioning having a stocked pantry, like it's a flex, like being like, look at my, like the pantry is always stocked. Like the canned goods are always stocked. The spices are always stocked. Yeah, like it's like a flat, which to be honest, I get that. Cause like when my cupboards are organized and full, I always feel better.
Well, we know what's in your cupboards.
Nope, not anymore.
Garlic salt.
Nope, not anymore. I have 2, and that was Houston's fault, by the way. I know.
No, honestly, that's an exaggeration. There was only like 10. That's accurate.
because he would buy one every time he went to work, and then he'd bring it home and leave it. So we
I
end up
thought
with
when
like,
I went to visit Ash, I thought that maybe she was some kind of secret, vampire hunter because
which
she
by
had
the way,
so much garlic salt.
that was 2 years ago today. We went to open mic night. 2 years
Shut
ago
up.
today. Yep,
Really?
it showed up on my memories today.
Dang, we need to go back there. All right.
I know. But anyway, yeah, so they're mentioning a stocked pantry.
She said she goes every 2 weeks to Costco because she's got a new pantry.
This makes your grandma very pleased. She loves to see that. We love to see that, the stock pantry. And then they're talking about making, like, I'm seeing pancake stacks. We're not talking about 2 pancakes. I'm seeing like 5, like a stack of pancakes, and then making syrup from scratch. So I don't know if this is something that you enjoyed as a child or if you continue to do today. Oh, we cut out for a second. But they're mentioning making the syrup like from scratch, which, by the way, homemade syrup is so good.
Is it?
Oh my gosh, it's so good and it's so easy to make. So, and you just
boiled sugar, right? Sugar,
yeah, my uncle has a recipe, and I think you put vanilla.
Yeah, sugar and
vanilla.
like
whatever in it. Yeah, but you can store it in like these little plastic containers or glass containers in the fridge, and it will last for not as long as the artificial shit. But it's like it's not as sweet and syrupy. It's more watery. I don't know. It's just better. But anyway, I'm seeing stacks of pancakes. The homemade syrup.
Truth.
Yeah, and see, I don't ever make it, but my uncle does, and he also makes like from scratch homemade biscuits, and then he pours the syrup over the biscuits, which is amazing.
What?
But yeah, so good. But I saw the pancake stacks. And then the last message that they said was that, and this is a message for you. I feel like lately you've been feeling really stagnant. Like there's not a lot of movement in your life anymore. And that's like, I'm seeing the Hanged Man, which is like that. It's like a pause in your life that sometimes you feel like is making you feel stuck, but really it's like a pause. Okay, so if you're feeling like you have stuck energy, then you need to do something different. Like maybe that is a matter of going to a restaurant you've never been to. We're just talking about, they want you to like try new shit. Maybe you've gotten into the flow like we all do, where we get into like this flow where we end up doing the same thing, where you just work, go home, cook dinner, sleep, work, go home, and that stagnant, repetitive energy eventually gets to a point where you're like bored. So your loved ones are saying that you need to try new things, try new food, go different places. If you've never been axe throwing, go try axe throwing, like things like that. That's their advice for you. I think that that's going to like relight a flame inside of you. Acknowledge and entertain your inner child.
Absolutely.
Because I need to do that more often too. We just need to have more fun in our lives.
I need to be, the thing about my inner child, honestly, if I'm going to be honest here, I spent my childhood playing by myself. So I don't really know how to entertain my inner child.
Right.
You know?
Did your inner child, though, when you were a child, maybe you didn't really have much of a choice, so you played by yourself? Like maybe your inner child inner child needs you to spend time with other people. Yeah.
My life is a replay every day, so new things is what I need in life. Planning a trip to go break stuff to get negative energy out of me.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what they're showing me, is just doing something different. And even if it makes you a little bit uncomfortable because you get kind of like comfortable in the stagnancy, that's going to make you feel alive again. So keep doing that. Make plans to do different shit. Go eat different food, things you've never tried. Rattlesnake is what I just heard. Go try rattlesnake if you've never tried it.
Tastes like chicken. All right. Awesome. I hope those messages resonated with you, Brianne. Monet Lee, I saw earlier here that you had said you sent a payment from PayPal, which I can't find the comment now. Here we are. I'm not seeing it on my PayPal. Could you just go and confirm on your PayPal that you did send that all the way through, because it hasn't ended up on this end, and I don't want you to pay twice, but I would like you to pay once.
Just one time is sufficient.
Just
We're
one
good with
time. You
We're
have
good
to
with
go through. There's several screens that you have to confirm through. Okay. Next, Stacy has paid for herself and for
her
Ryan.
husband.
I don't think that's her husband.
Did she say husband, or was it maybe not? Maybe boyfriend? Ooh, maybe he's gonna be your husband. Shit.
Stacy, who do we want to go first?
Stacy going first, or is Ryan going first?
I literally feel like we need to do ladies first, but that's just my
same.
Ladies always go first.
Ladies first.
You're welcome, darling.
We've been on for almost an hour and my back feels better today.
That's wonderful.
I just keep moving.
Yes.
You know? Yep.
It's like you have to pee to make it.
I don't.
But no, it's being. It's cool. Stacy, where are you?
Now I want to be like, Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long.
Yeah, I'm sure she has literally never heard that before.
Never at one time. That's like when,
Never.
Because Houston, they used to be like, Houston, we have a problem. And he hated it because he heard that his whole life.
All the fucking time. I am the same way with my name. I can't even tell you how many times I've heard Play Misty for me. It's an old movie.
Oh.
Clint Eastwood, apparently.
Oh.
I've heard it my whole life. Every person older than me says that shit to me. Everyone.
I don't think I have anything with my name because Ashley. Nope.
No.
But okay. I do remember when people would say actually, I always thought they were saying Ashley. Like when the teacher would be, when people would be like, actually, I would be like, what? And then I'm like, oh, you said actually, not Ashley. My bad.
Yeah. Stacy, come on, chick. Stacy, Ryan, where are you?
Where you at?
Oh, if they don't respond, then we will move on to Teresa if we don't hear from either of them at some point soon.
Yes, ma'am.
I realize there's a lag, but Lois, yes, you need to get off your ass about that trying to walk. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Your inner child is a brat. I know she is. What? I've connected to her, remember? Lois says her inner child is a brat. She is.
Oh. She is.
She's just being honest. She is.
My inner child is always like sad.
Okay. Teresa's here. We're not going to keep everybody waiting forever, so we are going to do Teresa. All right. Teresa Childs.
Ooh. Okay.
When I connected to Teresa, I got a lot of pain like in my neck. It's like the base of my neck at the very top of my back. That's going to be the thoracic, the lower cervical, top of the thoracic area. Do you have something going on there, Teresa? It's almost like if somebody had neck surgery. That kind of is this your mother? Is she passed? It's like if she had neck surgery or something. It's what it feels like. You know, that kind of a stiff, sore, well, it's hard to explain. She's also talking about the fall or falling. Do you understand this? Yes, she passed. Okay. She did mention my baby, so I'm assuming that's you. And she said fall. Did your mother fall down before she passed and perhaps hurt her hip or hit her head? Something along these lines? Yes, I understand it's not you. Because she said fall, but she didn't say the fall. I just feel like she's not having the easiest time communicating with me through audio, through clairaudience. So I'm just going to ask her to show me just visual representations of what she's talking about a fall, visual representations of what she wants me to see. She's also giving me some pain in my lower abdomen. I don't know if this is an ovary issue that she had or if this was just part of her colon. You don't know. You don't know if she fell. Okay, that's fine. She's also showing me a stack of books, and she's talking about, did your mother have multiple medical diagnoses? The last 5 years of her life, we didn't speak. Okay, I understand. She's telling me about a fall. She showed me actually falling, and then she's showing me this stack of books, and she's making me feel like she had like multiple diagnoses or diagnoses, that she had several different things going on with her. Teresa, was the split between you and your mother something that you chose? She did have multiple diagnoses. Were you the one that broke away from that relationship or didn't allow her to contact you? Yes, medical. Okay, thank you. I'm asking, just she's telling me something and she's just making me feel like it wasn't her choice not to talk to you. And I'm also hearing that there's some issues with pride. So this could be her, like maybe her. Yes, it was you. Okay. She said that it wasn't her choice not to talk to you. And then she's also mentioning pride. Okay. Because of what she did. Okay, thank you. And I do, and she's showing a big X on it. And I'm also seeing something about money being involved. Do you understand this, Teresa? She's mentioning like money or something of value, something. And I also heard pride. Yes, her pride. Absolutely. And I'm also hearing something about money here, and also what did you say? She's also mentioning being ignorant. Do you understand that? She's making me feel like she made some mistakes. And honestly, I feel like she's acknowledging her issues here, and I feel like she's telling me it's too little too late, but she does want you to know that she's acknowledging her issues. She's acknowledging that she had pride. She's acknowledging that there was this split between you. And I feel like I do feel like it was her fault. And I feel like it has something to do with money or something to do with how do I explain that? Losing money, costing money, it costs something. The worst one a mother could do. Yeah. And she's just making me feel, and she's showing me a big X, and that means she was wrong. Okay. She wants you to know that she was wrong, because that's what a big X is to me. If you get something wrong on a paper, then there's a big X. That's wrong. She wants you to know that she knows that she was wrong. She wants you to know that, that she was ignorant of a lot of things. And she's also talking about being self-centered and selfish.
I was just going to say that. She just told me she's selfish.
She wants you to know that. Okay. She needs you to know that she is aware that she was self-centered and selfish. She needs you to know that. If anything else, she needs you to know that she is aware that she is self-centered and selfish. This is a lot. This is a lot. She says that you're carrying a lot of resentment towards her. And rightfully so. She said rightfully so. She's just asking you if you could just forgive her, because she was ignorant and she didn't know better. And she understands if it hurts too much to let it go, but she also wants you to not carry it around. Okay. It's like she's gone. You can let it go now. It's not something you have to carry with you every day. Like, the mistakes were made. She made mistakes, and she's totally 100% owning up to all of that. And she wants you to know, like, she knows. She wants you to know that she knows that if the shoe were on the other foot, you wouldn't have done the same thing. She's telling me that you're a better person than she is. She wants you to know that you are a much better person than she is. She's proud of the person that you are. And she's really sorry that she did you dirty, is what I heard. You didn't deserve that. Yeah, that's what I've got. What do you got, Ash?
Was your mom kind of a partier? Because the first thing that came through for me was like kind of a hippie, like boho, because I'm seeing like tambourines and like percussion instruments, like gypsy-ish kind of is what I'm seeing. And then I'm seeing peace signs and things. I feel like feeling a sense of freedom was more important than like anything to your mom. Like, she didn't want to feel tied down on the ground on any level, is what I'm seeing. But there was like some percussion instruments, so I don't know if she had like bongos or those little hand drums, or no. Okay, well, whoever this is showing me percussion instruments, and not like a drum set, like the small ones, like a tambourine, the shakers, things like that. I'm seeing the percussion instruments, and then lots of people holding up the peace sign. And then I'm also, and I feel like this is like two people, because I think this is two separate energies, but one of them is showing me carameled apples, like homemade caramel apples. They're showing me rolling the apple in the caramel and then rolling it in nuts. She liked music. Okay. And maybe this was like you or in her youth that she played a tambourine and things like that. But I'm definitely seeing that. And then the carameled apples, I feel like might be someone else, like a grandma or an aunt, something like that. But they're showing me carameled apples, and then they're showing me those tarts with like the homemade preserves or whatever that's inside of them. So lots of baking. Sorry, I keep getting messages. Yeah, so this person's showing me, and I feel like this is a lot of fall baking. So whoever this person is, I think they spent a lot of time in the fall months preparing treats and goodies to give away, to have at Thanksgiving, to give away for Christmas. It's like the fall throughout winter. There was a lot of baking happening, pies and tarts and candied things.
Be right back, friend. I gotta go potty.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta go back here. Oop. Grandmother. Okay, did she like to bake like little goodies? I'm seeing, like when like those little tins that are full of like an assorted different types of small cookies and things like that like people would give as gifts. I'm seeing those. So she is with you as well. I definitely picked up on what Misty was saying about carrying around resentment. The forgiveness that's requested is more for you than it is for her. And I feel like forgiveness is something that you need to offer more people than just your mom. I don't know if a lot of people in your life have done you wrong, but it kind of feels like you hang on to that. When people wrong you, you hang on to that. Sounds like her. Okay. Forgiving people for wronging you is like, or not forgiving people who have wronged you is like carrying around weighted backpacks, and it just holding you back and tying you down. So that anyone who has hurt you in your life, definitely shadow work. I don't know if you've ever heard of doing shadow work, but I feel like that's going to be very beneficial for you. Even if this includes you just like a really easy type of shadow work is to write a letter to anybody who has wronged you. Even if you don't give it to them, read it out loud, burn it, do whatever you need to do. But it's like write a letter to them explaining how what they did was fucked up, how it hurt you in detail. It can be as long as you want or as short as you want. You can be as angry as you want. Say whatever you want to these people because you need to let it go. It's like festering inside of you. Shadow work is not fun, so I recommend doing like one at a time. Like don't sit down and write 10 people letters. One at a time, and then process that for a week or two. But you do, part of it would be like getting yourself into a meditative state where you envision you reading it to them, to their face. And then of course
to do that. Yeah.
Yep, it's helpful. And then one of the last stages after you write all of these letters to other people for wronging you, you need to write one. I have goosebumps already because I haven't been able to do this yet, and I need to. But you write a letter to yourself, and then you read it in a mirror. You sit in front of a mirror and read it to a mirror and apologize to yourself. It's extremely therapeutic. My mother was one of them. Yes, write her a letter. Write her a letter, and you can say whatever you want. Whatever you want. The meanest, nastiest things that you need to get off your chest, put it all in that letter. And then whatever you do with that after that is yours. I recommend burning it. But then the last step would be writing a letter of forgiveness to yourself that you read into a mirror. Because there were versions of you that allowed poor treatment, and you have to offer yourself forgiveness for that. Okay, Miss Lady.
All righty. Thank you so much for getting a reading with us today, Miss Teresa. I appreciate you. Hope those messages resonated with you. Okay, Monet Lee, you're next.
Did we ever hear from Stacey or Ryan?
No, we have not.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll contact me later on and say that they, want
a reading or a refund,
want a private reading or something. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Monet, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Keep moving your back around.
I'm moving it around.
Monet Lee, are you here? You're here. Okay, wonderful. Let's see what we get for you, darling. So I've got an older female coming through for you. She's talking about a different hairstyle or getting a different hairstyle before she passed. Getting her hair done differently. This could be cutting her hair. It could be because she had cancer. She lost her hair. But it seems to me like she had the same hairstyle for a very long time, and then it changed drastically, is what I'm hearing. I'm also feeling like this is this is either going to be lung cancer or pancreatic cancer. She's also telling me that she had corns or bunions, corns on her feet. I don't know what is a corn? Ash, what is a corn?
I don't know what it's made of. Isn't it like a calcium buildup or something like that in your feet?
I don't know. I don't. My feet are
or bunions.
Corns is what she said, so it just made me feel like she had some foot issues, or
Yep.
or she's talking about somebody having some foot issues.
I feel like it's something to do with the bone.
Is it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google. Lois says it's a callus.
This person that is here for Monet is very chatty.
Yes, and Monet is not, apparently.
Monet's loved one is very chatty.
Pressure and friction from repetitive actions cause corns and calluses to develop and grow. Some sources of this pressure and friction include wearing ill-fitting shoes, tight shoes, and high heels can compress areas of your feet. You don't know who your real mom was. Okay. Well, there's a very good possibility that I have her here. If these messages are not resonating with you at all, then it's probably her. If you don't know her, do you know her name? Sometimes there's open adoptions, or no, you're very quiet. Okay, but the person that's coming through for you is not quiet. They're very talkative, and they have messages for you. I'm also feeling something with like the appendix. I don't know if you've had your appendix out or if this is the person coming through. Do you have a female? Yes, I know your name is, I know your name is Monet. What do you got? I got to let George in.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Monet. So the first thing that came through for me here is like Saturday morning cartoons. Specifically, I'm seeing like Marvin the Martian. I don't know if this is significant for you in any way, like if that's something that you used to watch, or like you collected Marvin the Martian collectibles or something like that. But I'm seeing Marvin the Martian, and your loved one is mentioning what they're showing me. Saturday morning cartoons, they're showing me that being like a very weekly thing. She met my dad overseas. Okay. But they're showing me like wearing oversized t-shirts and eating like breakfast at the coffee table, watching Saturday morning cartoons, and like oversized t-shirts like down to your ankles. So I don't know if this is you or if this is something that's significant for I don't know if you have children, but they're showing me little kids wearing oversized t-shirts watching Saturday morning cartoons. They Do you watch a lot of true crime shows, or listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, Monet? Like documentaries, something like murder stories.
She wears oversized
So
t-shirts.
when you were
Watch cartoons.
that's like a memory for you, like when you were little, like wearing the oversized t-shirts and watching Saturday morning cartoons. Just making sure that we're on the same page. But they were saying, your loved one is saying that the Saturday morning cartoons have turned into watching true crime. Like you don't watch the cartoons anymore, but like I have 11 kids. Holy crap. Okay.
Holy
So
mother of God.
that's so many. Bless your heart.
That's I don't have words.
But they're okay. So I don't know if you're like super into research, but they're showing me something about you researching like cold cases or something like that. And I don't know if you have been considering starting a podcast or something about the things that you've researched or learned. Or
I already wrote down that she has no time for new things, and I guess that's because she has 11 children.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I don't know if you just habitually listen to true crime podcasts, but podcast is being mentioned. I adopted 9 kids. That's so many. I have 4 kids and I'm at my max capacity. So bless your heart.
It doesn't matter
For
if
real.
you give birth to them or not. That's so many people running around.
It takes a very special person to be able to raise
person. Absolutely.
To raise that many children.
Yes.
But anyway, so I'm trying to. Your biological mom.
Apparently.
Your birth mother.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what if you lost her? But now it's making sense now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so back to what your loved one that is here right now wants you to know. They're saying something about podcasting. So I don't know if you've ever considered starting a podcast or having one. They're just saying that if you have considered doing this, you need to just do it. I also heard the name Wendy. I don't know if this name is significant for you, but I heard the name Wendy very clear.
Maybe that's her mom's name.
Yeah, it could have been your mom's name. The spirit's telling me Wendy.
I don't know what this yes is for. I really don't. She said, I'm trying to find my mom. And then she said, yes. I don't know if that was for your comment about the podcast.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Monet, I hope those messages resonated with you. I do feel like you are in a waiting process that trying to find your mom is probably going to take quite a bit of time. I did hear that you need to hurry up and wait. So I don't know what your no is for. I don't know what your yes is for. We do specifically get messages from Spirit for each person, as you can see. So if these messages aren't resonating right now, it could be because you are have a very specific person in mind, or you're not allowing yourself to think outside of who you think it might be. There are definitely other people who have passed over other than who you might be thinking about that are in your spirit soul family. These could be people that you've known throughout your life. They don't have to be specifically family. They could be neighbors. They could be friends that have passed. If you work in the care industry, like hospice or healthcare, could be people that you've taken care of. There's a lot of different ways that these messages are coming through and people that they could be coming from. So maybe watch the replay tomorrow after you've had some time to not be in the psychic energy of it, and you might understand them a little bit better. Okay. Thank you for joining us today. Sissy Davis, are you here?
Who are we doing now?
Sissy Davis.
Oh, heavens.
Hello, darling. You're welcome. Always watch the replay. That's right, Sarah Jane. Sometimes it's just, things don't connect until they sit for a minute.
You have to let it marinate.
Absolutely, let it marinate. Hello, Miss Sissy. How are you, darling? How are you? I'm feeling a lot of stress and strain when I connect to you, honey. I am feeling a lot of pain, like in my shoulders, especially the right shoulder. I don't know if you are having an issue with this right now, but it feels there's just a lot of tension here. How are you, dear? I don't know if this resonates with you or not, but somebody needs to give you a shoulder rub or something, because you've got a really there's a really big like knot or something right here in your back that's just coming to me immediately. I have a gentleman stepping forward to you. This feels like a father figure. And I say that because I can't necessarily say that it is your dad, but it's a father figure type energy. So this could be somebody who was like a father to you. It could be a stepfather. Or it could be somebody that was just an older male that you looked up to. You are having the shoulder pain. You need a rub. There's a pretty tight spot there to the right of your spine that could really, it feels like a trigger point, honestly. And if you could just get somebody to maybe press on that trigger point, it would release. It doesn't have to be rubbed. It needs to be pressed. Just have somebody put a thumb just and press it, because it really is just a trigger point and needs releasing. But this gentleman that I have coming forward for you, he's giving me the initial T. This could be his first or last name. He's also talking about some type of an accident. I don't know if he was in a motorcycle accident, a car accident, a vehicular accident. I don't know what this is, but he's mentioning an accident to me. You having private readings? What do you mean, Mazel? Like in general or today, right now? These are not private. These are live and public. Ted, thank you. These are live readings, Mazel, but we are both available for a private reading. It is your dad. Okay, thank you so much. And was this a motorcycle or just a vehicular accident? Because I'm not quite sure. No, in general for today. Yes, I'm available later today and tomorrow, Mazel. I am doing private readings again. So just let me know what works for you. My schedule is pretty flexible. I haven't talked to you for a while, so I'm interested how things are going with you, dear. Okay. He wants you. He said, tell her she's a good girl, Sissy. He said, tell her she's a good girl. She's taking care of a lot of people right now. Do you understand that? Mazel, please message my page, love. I appreciate you so much. Do you understand this about you taking care of a lot of people right now? He said, you're such a good girl. You're taking care of a lot of people. I feel like he's talking about just you're caring about a lot of people. You're making sure a lot of people have their needs met, that they're being taken care of. This, I just feel like that he just shows me like an umbrella, like these are your people, that you're taking care of everybody that you care about right now. And he's telling me what a good girl you are. And he's telling me that you deserve the best in life because you're always been such a giving, wonderful person. And he said that some people have taken advantage of you in the past, but you know now what to look for, and you know how to make sure these people don't get attached to you. You know not to give to people who aren't giving back to you. You care about people, and the people in your life care about you equally. Okay, he wants you to know that you have a good group around you, and that all these people care about you as much as you care about them. Okay, you're taking care of Bubba, Mama, Kenny, and Hollis. Yes. And it's like an umbrella, like you have this protective umbrella around these people, and he's so appreciative of what a sweet person you are, what a good heart you have. Okay. He's also talking about food and talking about canned goods and making sure that people have what they need. All right. He says that it's really important for you to make sure that people have what they need. This is just something about you. Like, you can't stand people going without when they need something. Even if that means that you have to go without. He says that you give to other people, and that you take very good care of other people. And he's also saying how much that those people care about you and reciprocate. Somebody who would lay down their life for you. And that's what he's telling me. You have people that would actually, yeah. Yes. You do take good care of people. Absolutely. It's being noted in the spiritual realm, and your soul family is just very proud of the person that you are, and very grateful that you have such a giving, loving heart. Tell her she's going to be rewarded soon, is what I hear. And I know that you don't do these things to be rewarded. I know you take care of people just because that's who you are. But I feel like it's important for you to know that these things are not going unnoticed, and that they're truly building up a lot of positive energy of abundance in your life. Okay. What do you got, Ash?
So the first thing that came, everybody wants to show me food today, which is great because I'm starving. Yeah. So the first thing that came through is like fancy sandwiches. And I feel like what they mean by fancy, they're saying they're made with love. Like there's like the lettuce, and then like fancy mayonnaise, and maybe some cucumbers, and like they're layered neatly and nicely. Like fancy sandwiches is what they're calling. Like, like the kind that they put on like trays with a little toothpick in it, like for tea parties. That's what I'm seeing. And then they're also showing me like cribbage and dominoes, games like that, solitaire. So I don't know if you had a loved one on the other side that liked to play cribbage and dominoes and solitaire and little games like that with their friends and family. But they're showing me those little card games and little things like that. And then, is there somebody in your life? I feel like this is just like one or two people, but they're like argumentative. Like they just like to argue maybe with you a little bit. They have very childish energy, a little immature. So this could actually be like a teenager. Play with boys. So they're showing me like a person that likes to play the devil's advocate. So like you'll suggest something that's really sound, you'll give advice that's really great, you'll have really good suggestions, and this person like can't help but play the devil's advocate and want to do the opposite of what you say. It's like a defiant teenager.
Her nephews.
Okay.
14 and 15. Cool.
Yes. That's terrible. I feel that.
What is enough?
So,
two boys. I've always felt bad for people with two of anything that age.
I have two of each.
Mine were the same, like age, almost the same age difference as yours, so I get it.
Yep. So your loved ones are saying that this is like a stage, obviously, that you know that these kids are going through. It's like a stage, it's temporary and it's frustrating, but they're saying that engaging in the argument is a waste of your energy. So it's like, let them be wrong, is what they're saying. Like, don't stress yourself out of trying to talk someone into accepting truth. They're just doing it to be defiant. They're just doing it to play the devil's advocate. It's not that your advice isn't heard. It's not that it's not good advice. It's like they're just saying no or not listening just to not listen or say no. But they want you to know that like trying to like argue this is a waste of your energy. You just need to stop being bothered with it because you have like other work to do and other things that you need to be doing in your life.
I feel like she has a very close knit family, though, that she's around these boys quite often.
Yes, that's what I feel like that's why it's being mentioned, like to not let it stress you out because they're not doing it because of you. They're just like being defiant teenagers. Like, don't waste your energy or your time. And again, they're showing me the little sandwiches again. So I don't know if you have like a party coming up or maybe they want you to make these tiny little fancy sandwiches. They're just showing me them again. They could even be just doing that to torture me because I'm hungry. So that's a possibility as well. They just keep showing me all of these delicious treats and lovely foods. So that is what I have for you, sissy.
Can I beat them?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I just feel like it causes this feeling in you where you're like, oh, I just want to strangle you. You know, like, but they're just saying it's silly. They're just being silly. Silly things, waste of our time, waste of energy. Just let them be wrong.
Sorry, I have an annoyance on my phone.
I'm starting to get a headache. Maybe it's Sissy. Maybe Sissy needs to get her eyes checked or something.
Maybe.
It feels like a tension headache or something. Could be me, though. Could be me.
We gotta go soon. Oh, I'm gonna talk to you. Okay. The teenager personality could be.
It's a good time.
No. Okay. I think that's all we have on our list.
Okay. Well, let me know if Stacy and Ryan.
I'll be sending you some healing, honey. I will contact them and ask them what's going on and if they want to do tomorrow. Or I feel like they have like their own business, and that they. I don't know. I think
they just got busy.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could even do a private reading.
You know,
we could even do a private reading for them together too.
Absolutely.
Anytime. Tomorrow I have a date though.
I don't, because I have my daughter.
Yeah. Rosie and Leland are going to see Crystal and Bill. So you should maybe plan a date. Maybe you should just go on a date with Emma. That would be fun.
I was thinking about it, actually. Seeing what was at the movies and doing dinner and a movie with my daughter.
Yeah, because that's fun.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyways,
all right,
thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Guys.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll catch you next time.
We will see you next time.
Maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. I don't know. But bye.
Yeah, sounds good. Bye.